Hey everyone, Anders here with another Black Desert video. Today we are going to go over the update preview in Global Labs. This week we have the brand new region Ulu Kita as a preview. The new area is located south of Media and will first include 2 new grind spots, with another grind spot coming in September, along with a new best in slot Fallen God shoes called Atoraxxion, and a main story questline for the region. That's all in September. A second grind spot will now follow in October. So that means 2 grind spots right now and 2 weeks for us in Global, next week for Korea, and then 2 more grind spots in the coming months. This area will also function under similar rules to that of the Valencia desert area when it comes to PvP. In Valencia, if you're hostile towards another player, you're branded with a bounty mark or outlaw mark, whatever you want to call it. If you die while under this debuff, you will then be sent to Sulphur Mine, where you can do a quest to pay for your sins or do what most do and escape the dungeon while avoiding the guards. Ulu Kita has a similar mechanic, but instead of being sent to sulfur mines in Valencia, you are sent to a dungeon in the same area of Ulu Kita. Not much more is known apart from what they described in the developer notes, so I'm sure next week we'll find out more about this mechanic. Now, outside of that mechanic, the grind spots do have high AP and DP requirements. City of the Dead is one. It's a skeleton zone needing 310 AP and 380 DP to grind, and Tungrad Ruins, the second spot, will need 320 AP and 410 DP to grind effectively. Remember, these are AP and DP requirements, but they don't tell the whole story. They are working on improving the zone requirement information to show you exactly how much of each stat you will need for each zone, so you know if you're able to at least try to grind in an area if you're under that 320 AP or 310 AP cap. I should also mention that these 2 new zones will also have Marni private room as well, so that's a function that will be available. And Ulu Kita, a new item will also drop, similar to that of the Origin of Dark Hunger. This item will either drop as an essence or as an origin piece. 4 essences of Dark Hunger create 1 origin of Dark Hunger, and using this item allows you to increase your fail stack up to a 300 stack. They are also sellable on the market. They gave us a range chart showing how much each origin of Dark Hunger will increase your fail stack by, to give us an idea of how useful they're going to be. We also have a new treasure item being introduced called Laffy's Advanced Telescope. This item allows you to teleport yourself to a friend or a guildie's location. Each piece drops from the Ulu Kita grind spots, but one of the items can be crafted by exchanging 3 Vodkin pieces from Histria. So that's all we know for Ulu Kita at the moment. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I think it looks cool, but we'll see once it releases in Korea next week. Marni private room, I mentioned these new zones are going to have them. Well, now there's 38 zones for Marni private room, and you can now use it up to 11 hours a day. Please don't use it for 11 hours a day. That seems unhealthy, but you can do that. The way it works is that when you use your first hour is done. You can then play in normal servers for another hour outside of Marni private room and re-enter for another hour of time. That means every other hour you can grind using the Marni private room. Some Marni private room areas have been improved to have faster respawn rates for monsters while you're inside one of these rooms, to make up for the fact that some of these areas that they've chosen to make into Marni locations are not optimal. So with the faster respawn rates, it should help with money per hour. Grinding every other hour may seem a little tedious, but it is probably due to server optimization to make sure more people get a chance to grind in Marni private rooms at all hours of the day, and they seem to have removed excess foliage and animals while you're in Marni private rooms to better handle the server load. For class balance, we did not get any new changes for classes this week. A lot of bug fixes, except for Awakening Lahn, who now has a 25% attack speed buff on their Awakening buff skill Annihilation. This used to be 20%, and Succession Lahn now has an 18% attack speed buff on Prime Pendulum Kick. There have been some improvements made to the first Atoraxxion dungeon. If you're going through it in solo mode, they added an icon on the world map so you can find the entrance easier, and made improvements to the questline as a whole. This is mostly to help new players progress more easily. If you're new or returning and haven't done Atoraxxion, I do highly recommend you do the solo questlines for those, since you do get a lot of good first time clear rewards for these dungeons. A lot of money. Tier 10 owners will be happy to know that Krogdalo stall treasure item is now being released. This item allows you to instantly swap mythical horses wherever you are at any time. The requirement to obtain this is to first own all 3 mythical T10 horses, and then you can do a small questline to get the item once you meet the requirements. Work node bundles consoles will now be able to be opened en masse instead of one at a time, which is a good quality of life change. The Baraka earring has a new icon, which looks good. You can now use Control F input to open up the Find My Item UI, which is a nice quality of life change. Find My Item now lets you retrieve items instantly with maids, and coupled with this Control F input, it makes it a really powerful tool to help you manage your items. Find My NPC function has also been updated. It's been improved to allow you to find NPCs that you haven't discovered yet or don't know the names of. Typing in words like repair or fish will show you a list of possible NPCs that you may be looking for. About time, I think. This limitation always bugged me when going through new player accounts, so I'm happy to see Find My NPC finally being updated. They have added an equipment enhance guide for new players. You can click the icon to see the basics for enhancing in BDO, or you can check out the video I uploaded this week. You can move the UI of some skill guides and other UI elements on the screen as widgets, but sadly I can't test this on this preview patch, so we'll have to wait and see exactly what they mean by this. If you are an ex-console player now playing on PC with the console UI, they have added the ability to use the back sorting function through that interface, which is good. And those are all the updates for this week. Ulu Kita will likely come to Korea next week, and then the rest of the regions in 2 weeks. There is no main story questline with this new area yet, so there really shouldn't be any delays. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Reminder, Support Your Creator event is on. Every purchase you make, you can use code ANDERS. Capitalization does not matter, and at no additional cost to you, I will get a small kickback. Always appreciated. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. I'll leave you with a preview of the upcoming Orzeca Rose outfit. Let me know what you think of it, and I'll see you all in the next one. Take care.